$125 million gift to the University of Chicago. Here's the obvious question to begin our conversation. You're a Harvard grad. You've given to Harvard, so why give to the University of Chicago?
So I am incredibly excited about the vision that President Zimmer has for the university, and it's a chance to support the preeminent Department of Economics in the world.
Your name will grace that economics department going forward. Ken, tell us what else you were specific about in terms of requests or requirements that you made of the university in exchange for this gift.
So I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of the university, and I see the careful consideration they give to every item of spending. And rather than force them to spend the money on a particular cause or reason over the years to come, they've got great latitude to put this money to the best and highest use. Of particular importance, we want very strong packages of financial aid for all students at USC, and we want to have the resources to attract the best graduate students and the best professors to the university, and in particular to the economics department.
Do you think that's important, Ken, to give universities the latitude, if you will, the judgment to decide what to do with the money on their own? And I ask that because many gifts are very specific in their intent.
So when you look at restricted gifts to universities, unless the gifts of a short-term nature, you can find yourself in a dilemma 50 or 100 years out that the cause of that gift is no longer relevant to the problems that society faces.
The University of Chicago is, as we've mentioned, getting $125 million from you. Harvard got $150 million from you. Forgive me if this sounds or comes across as a crass question, Ken, but how do you decide how much to give?
So I have been giving to education for over 20 years. It's really near and dear to my heart. I am so grateful for the education that I've had in this country, the education and the opportunity that Harvard gave me, and I expect over the remainder of my life to give, frankly, well over $1 billion or several $1 billion to higher education. I think this is so important to our society that every single young man and young woman in our country has access to our best schools, and that our best schools have the ability to fund the research that will keep America competitive in the global landscape.
That's an extraordinary commitment, billions of dollars that you expect to give. Where, and you talked about the importance of research, could you give us a better idea, Ken, of where you expect to donate that money, and specifically to what, if anything?
So I'm really focused on areas of research that are going to keep America competitive, whether it's in the hard sciences, it's in basic research, or in this case, the University of Chicago, it's on understanding economics, and in particular, the focus on field experimentation, behavioral economics. How do consumers and businesses really make their decisions on how they allocate scarce resources?